thanks for stopping by. It's May 10th, 2020. It's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day. You might notice that I'm sitting in Ricky's chair, the little black dog that was here a couple days ago. And now he's not going to be visiting today. He's not on, but I did think about him this morning. I thought, man, that'd be a fun bit to ride my bicycle over to my parents' house, which is, a few miles away, and I'd grab Ricky and put him in a book bag or in a basket or something, and I'd ride back home, and we'd both, wish Mom a happy Mother's Day. And then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute, little black dog, windy weather, bicycle, ooh, no. I've seen that movie before, and I like watching it, but I'm not going to live it, so I decided not to go and get Ricky. I'll visit him later. So that's today's movie is The Wizard of Oz, if you couldn't guess it there. Yesterday's movie was Pulp Fiction. I'm sure you got, the 100 hints that I dropped. I just thought it'd be kind of cool as a nod to the great Quentin Tarantino to just leave it ambiguous and, add some subplots like he always does in his movies. Next thing is, I have my gifts here for my mom that I'm going to give her later. I also got her a book, but, I just wanted to show these on camera. She has a garden project, so I got her a gnome and a baby cactus and then a bottle of champagne. So I'm sure she'll enjoy those. Everybody loves getting cacti for gifts. Okay, so today, the only thing I want to talk about today is I want to talk about things that I learned from my mother and my grandmothers, because we've all learned from our moms and our grandmas, and I think that's super cool. And I think that those are things that we should pass on. We should continue to pass on, and traditions and all sorts of things like that we shouldn't let go of. So that's our only content for today. So I just want to talk about the week ahead schedule, and then also mention the food game for sure. All you have to do is just post a picture of any type of food that you got from a restaurant underneath the comments. Underneath the video here in the comments, and you'll get a gift card for Huey's Place in Youngsville. We've had a couple people already post, so just kind of follow along. What they did is just a picture, and when I see it, I'll give you a number, and then we'll do a wheel drawing tomorrow. It'll be fun. So this week, tomorrow, we're going to talk about money. On Mondays, that's what our topic is, and I'm going to give you a little sales presentation, or sales class, I guess, about how to sell with the other four senses when vision is down, when you can't see that well. Because I don't know, I'm sure a lot of people know, but I have really bad eyes. I've never been able to have a driver's license, so I've had to just maneuver through life, not being able to see as well. So I think that makes it really interesting in sales, because a lot of sales is visual, seeing what a person looks like, at least face-to-face sales, but even on the phone, you have to go through computer things real quick, and you have to go through your notes quickly, so there's a lot of adjustments that you have to make when you can't see. So I thought that might be an interesting sales topic for tomorrow, is just like how to sell using your other four senses, because I know there's a lot of sales sharks on my friends list, and there's a lot of people that I actually learned a lot from that are out there, and if they watch, they'll probably be like, oh man, I don't want to see some lame sales presentation that I already gave to this guy. So I'm going to try to give you something that's just unique from my perspective, and I think it should be really interesting for a lot of people, and hopefully it's helpful. Tuesday we'll do the Craco softball special. It's going to be a fun story. There's going to be a couple people here. I'm interviewing. I want to get their perspective. And like I said, we're just telling the story of our team from last year, and I think it should be a fun day. Wednesday we're going to get back into politics. I'm going to talk about stupid memes that I found on the internet. So if you have any, go ahead and post them, share them with me, whatever. Just share some just terrible memes that you've seen, political, sports, culture, whatever, because there's so many out there. And I'm going to bring them up here, Jay Leno style, on the big note cards that I've been using, and I'm just going to go through them just like he used to do with the headlines, and just like, we'll go over them, and I'll be like, why? Why would you say this? Why would you share this? This isn't true. We'll talk about them. Doesn't matter what party, what side, right, left, I don't care. If you think it's dumb, post it, share it with me, post it on this video or on my wall, or send me a message, I don't care. And we'll try and talk about them. I'll write them up on the note cards. And then Thursday, it's going to be cool, another science and culture episode. We're going to get into one of the local legends around this area, and I won't give away the surprise, but it's probably pretty obvious. There's only one real big legend in this area. Okay, so let's get right into this next part. So I just want to talk about things that I learned from my mom and my grandmas that I can pass on. So I'll start with my grandmas. My one grandma, on the one side, she's very Italian, and one thing that I just always learned from her is just the appreciation for food. She was a tremendous cook, and she always wanted us to eat every time we were there, just pushing food on us and everything. And she loves Frank Sinatra too, and all that classic music. So it was a really fun environment at her house, and always a big family on that side of the family. So I learned a lot of values from that side, and just definitely an appreciation for food. And my grandma on the other side, she reads so much, and she always talks about how she keeps her mind sharp by reading. And every time we go out to dinner, or anytime I go over to see her, she always has a lot to talk about, and she's so up to date on any topic that you want to talk about. And it's fascinating too, because around election time, she'll read things from either side, and she'll just say, yeah, I don't have much else to do, I'm retired, so I'll just read everything and watch everything, and I'll make an informed decision. And I'm like, wow, Grandma, a lot of people should be like that. I respect that a lot about her. And then my mom just, she's always pushed me to follow my dreams and go after my goals, like no matter what it is. That's what that video kind of had to do with today, the one that I posted, the High Hopes song, or I guess it's High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. But she also always taught me compassion, and she always had this certain level of excitement, and she still does, every time she sees somebody. It's amazing. Anytime she sees anybody, it doesn't even matter if she doesn't know them. She just walks up and she'll say hi, or she'll greet them with some level of excitement. And that energy is incredible. It's really the reason that I always say that, like, bring the good energy. And I always come in, I'm like, hey, let's have that Friday energy, stuff like that. Like, even I talked about that marketing presentation that I used to give in the little book that I wrote with the 8 steps. The very first step was bring the good energy. I would say that to every class that I talked to. And that's just from my mom. Like, that's how she treats everyone. And it's really a very just profound way to set the table. As soon as you walk into a conversation or walk into a room, it's just like, hey, this person's going to deliver good energy. And that's definitely one of the biggest things that I've learned from my mom. And also the curiosity with reading biographies and all that stuff. Like, she always on any vacation that she ever took us on, we always went to houses, and that's how I saw the Frank Lloyd Wright house and the Biltmore estate, and just this love for history. So I guess I'll just leave you with all that today. Is try to love history, bring the good energy, do something that lights your soul on fire. Enjoy that Italian food, any type of food really, and keep reading. Gotta keep reading, gotta keep learning. So happy Mother's Day to everyone, and like I always say, just love and respect each other.